New Jersey had to be one of the most unprepared crews in TV show history. Welcome back to Fog Entertainment. And of course, we are talking about the war between the Sopranos and New York, Phil Leotardo, the Libertazzi crew. So let's just get this straight, right? Should New Jersey have handled this better? Could they have handled it better? And we're going to come up with the reasons why they absolutely should have handled it better, right? You look at the handling, right, of the situation. Tony knows that Phil's coming for him. He knows that, right? Now, what do they do? Right, we'll go for Phil. So what New York have got to worry about is, well, they're probably going to make a move on us, but obviously New York, they discuss it. Phil goes into hiding. They're like, right, we'll take out the top three guys. We'll take out Bobby. We'll take out Sil, and we'll take out Tony Soprano. So that's the top three. New York's plan is quite simple. While on the other hand, you look at the state of Jersey. They basically come up with a plan. Right, we're going to kill Phil Leotardo when he's with his Gumar. But it's not a case of some heavy hitters doing it. Tony tells Bobby and Sil to handle it, right? Bobby then whispers in the ear of Polly. He walks into the back room of Bada Bing. Then they're discussing it, right? Polly pretty much wants to wash his hands of this, tells Patsy to handle it, while he's kind of still taking credit for handling it. They then reach out to the Italian guys that took out Rusty earlier on this season. And then, of course, it's a botched hit as they take out the Ukrainian Gumar and her Ukrainian father. And for me, that just sums up how bad the management within this crew is. It's like, so Tony tells Bobby and Sil, they tell Polly, he tells Patsy, then Patsy gets the two Italian guys to do it. I just think getting the two guys for Italy doing it's cheap. I mean, you look earlier in the season, Benny like blew up the shop that Phil was going into. I think it was what, like episode 13 or something along those lines. What was it? It wasn't Radio Shack, but it was something. It was some shop like that. So I was like, why couldn't Benny be trusted? Like the guy that kills him in the actual series finale, why couldn't he have been trusted? I just think getting Italians in for the other side's ridiculous, right? And then you just look at the actual state of the war situation. So there's a botched attempt, on Phil Leotardo, and there's no confirmation, and that's what makes it garbage. It's like the two Italian guys might not know who Phil is, and they didn't because the guy clearly didn't look like Phil. You know, if Benny goes or Sil goes or say Polly or Patsy or Carlo, you name it, right? Any of those guys are a part of that crew. It takes out Phil, right? And they say they kill the two Ukrainian, the Gumar and the father. They're going to know they didn't kill Phil, right? They could maybe attempt to clean it up, and so no one finds it, kind of thing. But you actually just look at how piss poor managed that whole situation is. Then you factor in that Tony is just going about right his daily life. It's like he goes to the doctor. He's going to restaurants while this whole thing is going on. It's like, Tony, what are you doing? I mean, at least by the end, like in the series finale, when they have the meeting, the family meal, right, and we think Tony get killed, right. At least you can almost begin to accept that, because it's like by that point Phil was dead and he might not have thought anyone was coming for him, even though you can kind of tell that what's going to happen. But oh man, I think it's absolutely crazy, right, that Tony is just sitting, going to Dr. Melfi, right, and cruising the streets of New Jersey and not being in hiding. Oh man, he's just and I think there's a history throughout the show of this. Like you seen when even Richie was making moves against him, Tony is just sitting there, not oblivious to it all. You look even in season one, like look when the two black guys try and kill him, like how lucky does he get? Missed at point blank range. Absolutely crazy. But he couldn't sell it. And obviously he was worn by Uncle Junior back then. That definitely saved his crew. But I mean, like hanging around the Bing, doing not multiple things wrong. It's like it didn't, like, as much as it was quote unquote war. You've got Bobby going to model railway shops. You've got Sil and Patsy like pissing about in the Bada Bing. New York, right, could have wiped out the entire Soprano crew here. in 24 hours, man, or even less. Like it was piss. You seen you actually watch it? It's actually fucking incredible. The lack of people that New Jersey kill. Like, yeah, they killed Fat Dom, Coco. Like Tony crushed his face, and he's not dead. But I mean, he'd probably be wishing he was dead, right? They killed the Ukrainian Gumar and whatever. Yeah, they got Phil in the end, but like Butchie doesn't get killed. Albert doesn't get killed. So many other guys a part of that crew don't get killed. It's crazy talk, man. And just none of the guys want to even hear that, right? That um Paulie, he wants nothing to do with this war. He's actually questioned the fact that they're going after Phil, and he's like, "Whoa, did Tony okay this?" Because he's like, "Okay, this sounds like something that Tony wouldn't okay." It's almost like by the end they just could not, they just could not be arsed. But again, just fucking ridiculous, ridiculous, and it's a shame that by the end a lot of the heavy hitters are gone. Like, I mean, obviously Junior is definitely at this point he's not going to be any use in a war. Paulie's kind of checked out. Chris is dead, but you'd have been. I mean, I would have been like to see how Chris would have done. Fito's gone. Ralph, Furio, keeping those guys, few extra those guys around for this war. I think it would have really paid. It would have been worthwhile. But yeah, things got bloody, and New York just fucking dropped the ball and crazy, man. I just I just don't understand, man. Don't understand how this went so wrong. It's like you go through this show and you're like, oh, I think when push comes to shove with this crew, they might be able to step up to task, and they really dropped the ball. And at the end of episode 20, the Blue Comet, you really see how bad this crew is when Tony's sitting there with a gun, and like all that's left of the crew is Paulie, Carlo, couple of no-name guys, and Patsy's still running for the Bada Bing Man. I've never seen a crew with such bad, piss poor management. It's incredible. Anyway, leave your thoughts down below. They definitely should have handled it better.